find myself wondering, how do you all respond when you having an encounter with someone who expresses a viewpoint or a value that is really contrary to your own?
One of the components of the program, the Interpersonal Relations Groups, which we call IPR, was a component that I really resisted in the beginning.
Inquire to get a better understanding of what they're saying. Make sure I'm picking up on their message.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really important to get an idea of where they're coming from. I think everyone comes kind of into the picture with their own beliefs and their own understanding, and just it's helpful for me to have an idea of what they're thinking and where they're coming from.
So we would sit and we would talk about what was going on with us.
If it got to the place where my limits were reached,
Yeah.
I would excuse myself and go get somebody else. Say, you better go in there and talk to them because I'm not doing well.
Okay.
If my limits have been reached, then there's a point to where I can no longer be helpful. To talk about any issues that may come up in dealing with hard situations in clinic.
He said, I want a male. I said, well, okay then. Well, would you like an African-American male or a Caucasian male chaplain? He said, as long as it's a male. And that was okay with me. So I, provided him what he needed.
Okay.
I think that ultimately you have to deny your own feelings and dig into what is it that this person is truly asking for. Even in their anger, even in their aggression, you have to ultimately say that this is the mask. What are the feelings? What is the ultimate point? And if it's because they might be triggered by a certain event, or even if I'm the trigger, I have to think to myself, I want to remove the trigger to provide the help.
When you are doing something yourself, it's hard to see the full picture. So it allows others to give input. It allows others to kind of journey with you.
I think I would actually try harder to pay attention to what I was feeling inside and work from those feelings. If I was feeling anger, what does that mean? If I'm feeling frustrated, what does that mean? And kind of not necessarily let those feelings out. I don't want the person to see that I'm angry, but it would help me have a better understanding about what my own experience is, what that's bringing up for me.
Yeah, I agree with that. Just, because you have to figure out where you are in the situation in order to, apply that help to the other person. You have to first think, what am I feeling? What are my needs? And then you have to look at the patient and say, what do they need? And so that's ultimately where I think I would go in those extreme situations.
But how do you deal with that in the moment? Like, I can understand, after it's over, reflecting and saying, okay, this is how my anger was an issue. This is how, I felt resentment at this time. Like, I can understand that. It's kind of eye-opening in a way because you can learn a lot of things about yourself through IPR. For me, it would be hard to reflect on that in the moment. I don't know. Is that something you're able to do?
I don't think it's the easiest thing in the world, but I think if you can acknowledge it, for me at least, maybe it lessens the anxiety.
Yeah. I might also point out we've got a group that's fairly diverse here, and I will be real surprised if those kinds of feelings on some level don't show up in the course of our work together. And this is a place where we can work on figuring out what does it mean to get in touch with those feelings in the moment, and how do we deal with them and express them. So if it's not something you feel like you yet know how to do, maybe we'll all learn better how to do that as we work together.
It really was a tool to help us to grow as ministers, to grow in our understanding of ourselves and how we worked with other people.
It's a really great process.